Up the middle, here's Taylor. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's been the beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 5. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through the 2 touchdowns.
After both of those touchdowns, he went right up to the line and hit each of them. He's recognized.
That's a smart move. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. You look at this Colt defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Love now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Richardson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Colts. Josh Downs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to widen their advantage. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive. And see if it actually happens.
Like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Love. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to go.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And Love is going to slide down and pick up the first. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Here's Love. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Love. This one swung out here to Jones. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. To throw now. Here's Love. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at the 33. A beautiful fake. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Richardson off the play fake. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Following the interception, Love. That's to the tight end, Musgrave.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Love with it here, third and short yardage. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Richardson. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. First down, Love to pass. He'll let this go for the end zone. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And a Tommy Huntaboy in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Love looking to throw it. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Daniel Whelan now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Let's go now.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw. He's got a man, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run and set up the reverse, but he'll keep it himself. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Richardson going to shift things up.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Buffalo 18.
Now Richardson to throw on 3rd down. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. finding Bourne here over the middle. He's got room to roam. Touchdown, Packers! Kendrick Bourne, as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Go, Reed, go. Dragon 60.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Richardson on 2nd and 10. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And that's caught inside the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Gay's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Hey, smash Bronco. Ready.
And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second in a couple. And now they're in the hurry-up. In motion right, that's Hamler. From the gun, it's Taylor. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Here comes third in the length of the football. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On first down, Richardson. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Forced out to his left. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now Richardson. It's complete. Slings it out to his running back. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Julian Blackman bringing him down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out right to Bourne. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
Ready, set. Drive 2. I believe in you. Ready.
Working out of the gun. Love. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A short throw to Musgrave. He appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Love to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Richardson to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Hamler, the motion man left. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Richardson going to change the play here. Here's Richardson on 1st down. This pass caught by Hamler. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Hamler, the motion man left. On the handoff, Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And quickly they get to the line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And it's caught. And the Colts are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
5-yard gain on the play. Complete to K.J. Hamler. First and goal.
Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football. But he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here.
Extra point. Goes even larger. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they can... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 43 yards.
43 yards. And the Packers first down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Love from the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now in Indianapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Love. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go. Red, cycle. 6, mega. Hut.
1st down, going to the air with Love. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
Gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Packers.
Ready.
Throwing. Love. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Ready.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Ready.
Love now. Caught on the right side by Jones. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 32 yards. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Carlson's extra point up and good, and the lead is down to 24. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And able to get this out to the 25.
Got it. Ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Motion man right, that's Pierce. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw this. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Richardson working from the gun. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Pittman's first catch, good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. Fights through, and now a crease. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now it's Richardson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll look to run with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for second and goal. On the option left, Richardson. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now Richardson back to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gay knocks this one through. Ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. And now here's another interception. And running with power here. And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they're going to speed things up here. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Well, you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
Richardson looking to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Now a give to Taylor. puts it on the carpet. It's out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete dominance.